Okay, I was wrong. Demon Slayer is fucking awesome. I have been getting yelled at to watch Demon Slayer by two people in particular, but there's been like 5-ish people that have been pushing me to watch this freaking show for so long, and I finally broke down and finally watched it. I was pretty looking forward to checking it out because of how much people talk about this show and how much people love this show. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. I love this show from beginning to end. I thought it was absolutely outstanding, and it's easily in my top 10 favorite anime of all time. I absolutely adored this show, and I kept trying to come up with videos I could make so I could talk about this show on the channel. I ultimately came to the conclusion maybe I'll just wait till I'll suck for slipcovers when I talk about it when I eventually get the Blu-rays, or maybe I'll just review it, which didn't really work out. I wasn't really a fan of that video. So what I ended up landing on was to do a top 10 favorite characters list. But then I decided, how about instead of that, since I loved doing the big time rush ranking videos, and you guys seem to love it as well. That video was extremely popular on my channel. I figured, why not rank every single character in Demon Slayer? And this is actually a concept for a video I've been wanting to do for a long time. So if you guys like this ranking every single characters in whatever franchise, let me know in the comments, because I think I'm going to do a lot more of these for a lot of other shows, specifically Danganronpa. I think that video would be so much fun to rank every single one of the characters in Danganronpa, which is my actual favorite anime. So, without further ado, before we jump into this, I'm going to ask you guys in the comments down below, who is your favorite Demon Slayer character? Leave me in the comment section down below. And I did put a little poll up. I did put a little poll up on my community tab, and I want to give a shout out to the one dude who said Zenitsu, because, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, rock on. But, without further ado, let's get into this. Here is my ranking for every single one of the characters. Now, real quick before we get into this, I know I keep stalling. I'm only going to rank the characters that we give a shit about, okay? I'm not going to rank every single demon. I'm not going to rank all the nameless Hashira that show up at the very end of the show and don't do anything. I know that you see them do stuff in the manga. I'm sure we'll see them do stuff in the continuation of the show in season 2 and maybe even in eventual season 3. But right now, from what we know about them, they're nameless, and honestly, I thought they were a bunch of assholes. So I don't really want to rank them anyway. So without further ado, let's jump into this, only ranking the characters that we really give a shit about. I'm gonna hit just about everybody that you think I'm gonna hit. So let's do this. First up is Tanjiro, and I love this boy so much. This guy, he is too pure for this world. He is such a nice and perfect human being, man. I have absolutely zero negative things to say about Tanjiro. He is easily in my top 5 favorite characters. I love this boy, man. He is just, he's far too pure for this world. He does not deserve the cruel reality he got, because he's just such a fucking good person, and I love every single time he kills a demon, he respects the demon. Like, yeah, they're a horrible person, but he can look back on them, and he can feel sympathy for them, and it's so great. Like, one scene that really shows that is in Mount Natsugumo, when they're fighting the Spider Family, when he kills the mother of the Spider Family, who's been a huge problem this entire 3 episodes, and she just fucking literally murdered 7 freaking demon slayers in the forest by snapping their neck with the thread. And he comes in and he just does that just gentle little thing, and it kills her, but she doesn't feel any pain whatsoever. And you just feel her relief from this purgatory that she was stuck in with Rui and the rest of the family. It really is great. And Tanjiro is he's too pure for this world. I absolutely love this character, man. And I don't understand why he's not more popular, man. Nobody said Tanjiro in my little poll I put up, and I cannot believe it. I absolutely love Tanjiro. Tanjiro gets an S tier from me. I love him. He's such an awesome character. He's one of my favorite anime protagonists of all time. I can easily say that. Nezuko. Nezuko is my favorite character in the entire show. Nezuko is the absolute epitome of adorable cuteness. Oh my god, I just want to grab her. I just want to hug her and squeeze her, and I love her so much. She is so damn adorable. Every second that Nezuko was on screen, there was a huge smile on my face. I was in utter awe of how much I loved this character. She was just so fun. I love how she could shrink down and grow, and then and she's always in the box with Tanjiro, and every time she comes out, she would help him and assist him. It's like Tanjiro is already a force to be reckoned with, but every time he would get cornered and Nezuko would pop out, it's oh, they're such a perfect team, man. I love them. They're like Sora and Shiro from No Game No Life. I love them so much. I love Nezuko, and she's just so fucking adorable, and I love her design as well. I don't want to spoil anything, but I might get a figure of her, and I might review it on this channel. I love her design so much, though. Her design is so great with the bamboo muzzle. It's so iconic. The pink eyes, and I love the bright pink eyes. It's really nice. And then the orange at the end of her hair. I love the character. I love her her design, and she is easily my favorite character of the entire show. There is one character that is like neck and neck with her, and we will get to that character, but Nezuko for me is S+, is my favorite character in the entire show. Alright, Earl Kodaki is the next character. He's fine. He doesn't do all that much, well, he does a lot, but once he's gone, once he's out of the show, he's out of the show. You don't really ever go back to him. I like his design. I love his little Oni mask face. I think that's really, really cool. I think people who say it's sexualized are just reaching and honestly just being a little stupid, I'm going to be honest with you, because it's a really cool design mask. Kind of reminds me of the No Mercy mask from TF2, which I always loved that mask in TF2. So yeah, I like Kodaki. He is very important to the story, but once again, once he's out, like after the first 5 episodes, you don't really ever see him again, so I'm gonna give Kodaki, for the time he's on, he does a lot. I'll say A tier for Kodaki. He's a good character. Alright, Sabito and the girl, I can't remember her name, I'm sorry. It began with an M, I'm sorry. It was Sabito and his little sister, the ghost children that helped Tanjiro cut the rock in half. They were both very cool. They don't have a ton of screen time. They're only in like 2 episodes, but they're okay characters. I like their designs. I like their little their masks, especially the little girl. Her mask was really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna rank both these characters together because they're like Sora and Shiro, man. They're just like an absolute duo. So I'm gonna give them both an A tier. Yeah, they're fine characters. They're just not in the show all that much. So yeah, Sabito and the other girl. Once again, I'm sorry. I know it starts with an M. I'm sorry, but I can't remember what it is though. All right. Zenitsu. We see Zenitsu very briefly in the final selections in the final selection episode. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank him now. I know he doesn't become a major character until episode like 14 or 15 or 13 maybe. So I'm gonna rank him right now since he shows up in the selection. I love Zenitsu. I absolutely love this character, man. He is the funniest fucking character of this entire show. I will say it hands down. I know people are going to be like, Inosuke, what the hell? Inosuke. But I think Zenitsu was 10 times funnier than Inosuke. I was dying of laughter every single time this dude was on screen just screaming about nonsense and never shutting the fuck up, and the way he's always like chasing after people. He had me on the floor 99% of the time he was on. And then in that first scene when they're stuck in the house with Kyogai and he just faints and the kid's like, he fell asleep. How is this guy a demon slayer? This little kid who's just there, they're just like trying to protect him, and the little kid is just so dumbfounded by how idiotic this guy is. And then he gets up and he just fucking obliterates that demon, and as soon as he's over, he just wakes up, he's like, thank you, can you save me? He's like no idea what the hell's going on. I love Zenitsu, dude. I absolutely love this character. Oh man, I want to give him an S tier, I really do, because I love Zenitsu to death, but I'm gonna give him an S tier. I don't even care. I absolutely love Zenitsu. I love his design. I love his personality. I love his character. S tier for Zenitsu. He is so great. Alright, Kaneyo. She also appears in the final selection very briefly. Kaneyo is the super quiet chick with the butterfly on the side of her hair. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of didn't like this character at first because I knew that Shinobu was coming and I really loved Shinobu, spoiler alert. And I kind of thought she was just like discount Shinobu, but when they revealed in the end of the show that there's a whole like house of the butterfly of the butterfly kind of clan-ish thing in the Demon Slayer Corps, it made a lot more sense. And I like this character, especially her last scene of the show when she actually talks to Tanjiro and Tanjiro does the thing with the coin flip and lets her make her own choices from now on. Fun character. I actually like her, and her backstory was really good too. I really liked her backstory, how she was a slave and she was so mistreated, and then Shinobu and her sister took her in and turned her into a demon slayer. So awesome, absolutely love it. But didn't do it like Black Widow style. They were just like very caring and nice. So yeah, I like Kaneyo a lot. I'll give her I'll give her an A-. She's a good character. Alright, I just put Scar Guy down because I didn't bother looking up his name. I guess I had to rank this guy. I don't want to rank this guy. I hated this guy. It's the dude in the final selection who was like, where's my sword? I want my sword. Give me my sword. And then Tanjiro's like, I'll break your arm if you don't shut the fuck up, dude. So, I don't really give a shit about him. He's D tier, whatever. I don't really give a shit about him. He's there, and I'm sure I probably would have gotten some comments about him if I hadn't put him in there, but I don't really give a shit about him. Tamayo, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna rank Tamayo and Yushiro right now. I didn't really care for either of these characters. I didn't think they're all that cool. I thought it was pretty cool when Tamayo tricks the ball demon, who we're gonna get to in just a second here, when she tricks him to say Muzan's name. I did think that was pretty cool, but besides that, I mean, she really just works into the story as the stretch goal of turning Nezuko back into a human. For that reason, I don't think she really served much of a purpose. She was only in like 2 episodes of the show, and I don't know, I didn't really care about her that much, and honestly, Ushiro is like one of the characters in this show that I actually just didn't like at all. So I'm gonna give Tamayo like a B tier. I just don't really have any thoughts on her. And Ushiro, I'm gonna give him a D tier because I didn't like him at all. He was a dick. He was a fucking dick. When he got his head blown off by the ball demon, I was like, is he dead? Please tell me he's actually dead. And then he came back to life and I was like, damn it. So yeah. Kyo guy. Okay, I gotta, oh wait, hang on. Let's rank the ball demon and the arrow demon first real quick, because once again, I know people would get mad at me if I didn't rank these two, because technically they were in a couple of episodes, but whatever. I mean, do we really care about these two? Like really, do we really care about these two? I personally don't really care about these two. I'll give them both like a B minus. Their designs were cool, and I do really like the fight with the ball demon. I don't remember her fucking name. She kind of sounded like Nono Jakuzure from Kill la Kill. I don't know, might have been the same voice actress. But I did like the fight between her and Nezuko with them kicking the ball back and forth. That was pretty cool. But I don't really care about these characters. I'm gonna give both of them a B minus because I just don't really care about them. They're definitely not demons that I really will remember at all. But a demon I will remember is Hyogai. And the main reason I remember this guy, I'm gonna be honest with you, is because he was voiced by Steve Blum. In the dub, he was voiced by Steve Blum. I heard it and I was immediately like, that's Starscream, that's Prime Starscream, oh my god, I love this character! And it was so awesome to hear Steve Blum again. So for that reason, honestly, if he wasn't voiced by Steve Blum, I probably wouldn't give 2 shits about this character. I might not even be ranking him right now. But because he was voiced by Steve Blum, I absolutely love this character. His design was cool, the drums growing out of his body was pretty cool, and I liked his whole scene with him, like, you know, spinning the freaking room around. Is a cool demon, but by far, and I liked the backstory with him being a writer and never being accepted and all that. It was pretty cool, and it was oh man, I actually like nearly cried when Tanjiro finished him off and he asked him, like, did you actually like my drumming? Was it actually good? And he actually tells him yes. That was, and he just sheds a tear before the whole thing fades away. Oh, absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But the main reason I'm gonna give this guy A tier is because he's voiced by Steve Blum, and the world needs more Steve Blum. So yeah, A tier. All right, Muzan Kibutsuji. I think we're good, guys. Okay, Muzan Kibutsuji, the main villain of this entire show. I thought this dude was fucking terrifying. Oh my lord. I wish we had seen more of him, honestly. I wish we had seen more of this guy, because he's barely in the show. He's a looming, he's like the Cenobites in Hellraiser. He's just a looming threat in the background throughout the whole show, and this dude is so effing scary. That first scene when he shows up, he turns that dude into a demon, and then in the next episode, he just obliterates that family, and he fucking does that horrible thing to that poor girl in the alley and just turns her into a giant blob of cancer. Oh my god, that shit was horrifying, dude. Oh my god, that was so fucked up, dude. He was scary as shit. I think he's an absolutely awesome villain. I cannot wait to see more of him, and I cannot wait to maybe eventually see them take him down. I don't know. He seems kind of unbeatable at the point. Like there's that scene when he takes out all of the lower tier Kizuki, and he's like, and like the one is like running away from him, and then he literally within a split second is dead. And I'm just like, how are they ever gonna even touch this guy? Like, I don't even know, man. As a villain, I think he's S tier, honestly. He's so fucking scary, and anime villains are kind of hard to get right. Sometimes you get them right, but sometimes you really fall flat, and I think Muzan is one of the best I've ever seen. He is terrifying, and the whole thing with if his servants say his name, they're just fucking dead. Like, that shit was... This guy is awesome. He is an S tier villain in my opinion. I think he is so fucking scary. Alright, we have fought to him, Inosuke. Now, I don't love this character quite as much as everybody else seems to. Inosuke is probably the most loved character in this entire show. But I still absolutely loved him. I thought he was obscenely funny and so much fun. I love his design. I actually really like his design when he doesn't have the mask on either. I wish he had taken the mask off more, because he was really cool. He had a really cool design under the mask, and I wish he had shown it more. But they only really show it for that one episode. But, I do love this character. Do not get it wrong. I love Inosuke. I'm gonna rank him right now. I'm gonna give him an S tier. I think he's an S tier character for sure. But he is for me, I would say like Tanjiro is the highest level of S tier. Tanjiro is like S, and you know what? I'm gonna do something I've never done before. I'm gonna give Inosuke an S minus. That is what I'm gonna give Inosuke, because I don't know, I personally just didn't like this character nearly as much as everybody else seems to love him. Like, he is one of the most popular characters of the entire show. And when I put my poll up, everybody fucking said Inosuke, and I'm just like, I get it. He's a great character. I love his design. I love his attitude. I love how he does. But I think he's a little bit of a dick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's a bit of a dick. That whole scene when they first meet him and he's just kicking the shit out of Zenitsu, like trying to get to Nezuko. I don't know. I do think he's just a little bit of a dick, but I love the character overall. S minus is not something you guys are allowed to get mad at me about, because I gave your favorite character an S minus. He's just not my favorite character, but I absolutely love him. And yeah, S minus. He's a great character. Like, seriously, he's awesome. I love Inosuke. Alrighty. Rui, the first member of the Kizuki we ever encounter. And I will say, I really liked the twist with this, how they totally set it up to where the father was gonna be the Kizuki. But as soon as they revealed that he wasn't the Kizuki, as soon as Tomioka came in and decapitated him, was like, that wasn't one of the 12 Kizuki. It was like, oh, it's Rui. It's Rui. That's why his eye is covered up. I was like, I totally got it. But it took a while, but I did get it. But it was a really cool twist. I did like it. And he was a very, very threatening character. And the end fight when they finally take him out, when Tanjiro finally takes him out, and it's that absolutely incredible scene where he's flashing back to when his father was teaching him the fire dancing and whatnot, and then his broken blade just starts blazing, and it's that beautiful animation and that beautiful song in the background. You guys know the ending of episode 19. It's pretty fucking famous at this point. That is probably my favorite part of the entire show. Like, a lot of people's favorite part. Man, that shit was incredible. And Rui was a really cool villain. His whole thing with how he like built his family, because his family just like fucked him over in real life, as like that's what they give you, but then they reveal that they didn't really, right before he dies. But I really liked how he built his own family with all the spider demons and whatnot. Very cool character, one of the most memorable villains of the show easily. And he caps off the Nanagumo arc, which, my lord, that was a fucking long ass arc. That whole friggin' Mount Nanagumo arc, holy moly, I didn't know if that was it. I couldn't when I was watching the show, I couldn't remember. When I got to that arc, like 4 episodes into that arc, I was like, I can't remember what this show was like when they weren't fighting spider demons. But it is what it is. I like Rui a lot. He's a very cool villain. He's not S tier. He's not like Muzan. No way, no how. And had Rui actually been there in that selection, he would have been fucking dead, man. He would have gotten by Muzan. So yeah, I'm gonna give him an A tier. He's a good villain. He's one of the most memorable villains of the show easily. So A tier for Rui. Okay, here we go. Let's do Tomioka first. So Tomioka, he actually shows up in the first episode. I put him down here. I totally forgot that he showed up in the first episode until I finished the list. Tomioka, the first Hashira we ever see. I like him a lot. We don't get a ton of screen time. We see him kill a couple demons. He's pretty darn cool. I like his design. He's a very nice person, and he is the reason that Nezuko really gets a chance at actually getting taken back. If it wasn't for Tomioka actually giving Nezuko a chance, she'd be fucking dead twice, 2 times. She would have been dead by Shinobu. She would have been dead in the first episode by his hands, and she probably would have been dead by the Hashira in episode 20. So yeah, or 21 actually. So yeah, I like Tomioka a lot. I really do. But for me, let's, just because he doesn't have all that much screen time, let's not give him an S tier. Let's wait till season 2 when they hopefully will give him some more screen time. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give Tomioka an A+. I like him as a character a lot. I would say he's easily my second favorite Hashira. As for my favorite Hashira, Shinobu. Shinobu is neck and neck with Nezuko as my favorite character of this show. She was fucking awesome. I love this character so much. I love her design. I love her freaking poison sword that's just it's only the blade, and this whole section is completely gone, and whenever she goes for a demon, it just poisons them. And that scene when she just leaves the spider demon just laying there, and she's just like, I'm just gonna let the sun take care of you. You'll just squirm and be tortured for about 3 hours before the sun comes up and kills you. That shit was so awesome, dude. The second this character showed up, I absolutely loved her. I absolutely loved her. The way that she just like floats around with her like butterfly, with her butterfly cape, and she, well, not really cape. It's like is it a kimono? I think it's a kimono. The way she just floats around and she looks like a butterfly when people look at her is just so awesome. I love her design, and it was really awesome towards the end of the show when she reveals that the smile is a total fake and she's actually just all but pissed all the time and hates demons with every fiber of her being and soul. Really awesome character. I cannot say enough how much I love Shinobu. She is, in my opinion, she is my favorite character tied with Nezuko. Like, I say, like, these two characters are my favorite a lot when it comes to franchises. I say, like, multiple characters are my favorite a lot, but I've never meant it more in my entire life. Like, with Danganronpa, Junko and Toko are always gonna be my favorite characters, but every single time I have to pick one over the other, I'm always picking Junko. Junko is my favorite character of Danganronpa, but this time, honestly, like, you could ask me tomorrow and I might say Shinobu is my favorite character. They are both absolutely neck and neck. Like, this is Nezuko and this is Shinobu. I absolutely love this character so much, and I'm giving her an S+, just like Nezuko. I absolutely love Shinobu. She is just awesome. Like, I love her so much. I cannot wait to see more of her in season 2, hopefully, because she didn't get all that much screen time in season 1. So Shinobu is S+. I love this character. All right, lower one. I can't remember his name. Train guy. You know who he is. You know who he is. We're in Mugen Train now. Oh my lord, lower one. Dude, when he revealed that he was the Train, I could not stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. I was laughing for like 5 minutes straight where he was like, I am the Train, bitch. Come at me. I was on the floor. It was so epic funny. Honestly, this character, he's a cool demon. You know, he puts people to sleep and like Freddy Krueger's them in their sleep. Pretty cool. I like the whole thing with Tanjiro just keeps like slicing his neck to wake up just constantly. Pretty awesome. I like this character. He has some really great fights and led to some of the best scenes in the movie, but overall, not one of the standout villains of the show. We're gonna get to a standout villain in just a second here, but lower one, aka the Train Demon. I don't remember his real name. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and give him. I mean, as a villain of the show, he was pretty memorable and pretty damn cool. I mean, I cannot get over the fact that he was the Train. That was so funny. So yeah, and the memes, dude. The memes that came out of that. Oh, it's so good. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna give lower one an A tier. He's so memorable, dude. I love the Train memes, dude. I love them. Okay. Rengoku. I'm about to piss a shitload of people off, including one person I know who is probably gonna watch this video. Very good friend of mine at work. I don't like this character at all. I don't like Rengoku. I'm sorry. I look at Rengoku and I see the most generic anime character design I've ever seen in my life. I don't give a shit about him. I think his design is boring. I think his personality's boring. The whole time when they first introduced the Hashira and they're like threatening to kill Nezuko in front of Tanjiro, and the whole time Rengoku's just standing there like, do it! Kill her! I don't even care! Yes! I am always happy! Yes! I was just like, I don't like you at all. Please shut the fuck up. Me and you, I don't like you at all. I don't like his design. I don't like his spring. The whole thing when in the movie when he just kept saying tasty over and over again, I was just like, shut the fuck up. I don't like you. I'm sorry. I know people like this character. I know I have a friend at work who loves this fucking character. It is his favorite character. But I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I don't like Rengoku. I don't like him. He is so boring, so generic. His backstory's not interesting. The end is incredible. I will not deny that. His end is fucking incredible in the end of Mugen Train. I love the shit out of it. I love the fight. But honestly, I love the fight way more for the next character. Rengoku, for me, is going to get a B- because I just don't care about this character. I don't like him. But Akaza, the final character to rank, on this, Akaza was so awesome. This character was so awesome. He shows up at the very end of Mugen Train, and I love this dude, man. The freaking 30-minute fight he has with Rengoku is legendary. One of the best parts of this show. Holy shit. And the soundtrack in the background for the first like 10 minutes of the fight, you have that really weird song. I can't even remember. I really gotta rewatch this movie because I can't remember how that song had such a creepy and awesome melody to it. I love that shit, man. And this character was just awesome. He was scary. He was threatening. He totally lived up to what you would have expected from all the buildup you get of the of Kizuki and how the high tier ones are so obscenely overpowered. He totally lived up in my opinion. I thought he was so fucking scary. I love his design. I think he's awesome. I really do. I think he's easily one of my favorite demons. As for my favorite demon, I know I didn't say who my favorite demon was. It's probably Muzan, honestly. He's just so damn horrifying, dude. I don't know what else to say. Muzan is so scary. Like, there was obviously the first scene I talked about, but at the end of the show in episode 26, when he just fucking executes like every single one of the low tier Kizuki, I was just like, holy shit, we spent 5 episodes straight trying to kill one of those guys, and he just killed 7. I don't know. Muzan is probably easily my favorite demon of the show, but Akaza is probably a pretty close second. And the fact that his name sounds very similar to Akizo, which makes me think of which makes me think of Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. A little bonus. But Akaza's awesome. Awesome character, awesome villain, and his fight with Rengoku at the end is fucking legendary. So, Akaza, A+ for Asuka, one of my favorite demons. So, there you have it, everybody. That is every single one of the notable characters from Demon Slayer ranked. Guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who is your favorite Demon Slayer character? Do you agree with my list? Are you a fellow Nezuko and Shinobu fan? Because like I said, I cannot pick which one I love more. Like today, I'm saying Nezuko. You might ask me tomorrow, and I'll say Shinobu, dude. They're both my favorite. Both Shinobu and Nezuko are my favorite characters of the show. But you heard my list. Now I want to hear your list. Leave all your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and had fun with it, give it a like and subscribe for more content in the future. Definitely expect more of these rankings, because I will tell you right now, even if you guys don't want this, I enjoyed making this video so much. This is gonna happen again, and I can almost guarantee you that Danganronpa will be very soon after this, because that is gonna be such a fun video, and it's probably gonna be like an hour and a half long, because yeah, Danganronpa has like 75 characters. So yeah, there you have it, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and this is DK Guillotine. I'm signing out.